We're here in the back of the Fitzpatrick border, and tucked away is this really neat plant. It's my first time growing it. This is Job's tears, or Coix lacryma-jobi, and it's in the Poaceae, or the grass family. It's adding a really nice texture to the garden. This is an annual in our zone, but it's a perennial in zones 9 and above. So this plant prefers full sun, but is adaptable to a wide variety of soil and climates. It's a true annual, so you do have to replant it every year. It can be direct sown or started in the greenhouse. The origin story is biblical, and it has to do with the biblical figure Job. The native range of this plant is in Southeast Asia, where it's been being used for thousands of years, not only for its ornamental value and beads, which I'm about to tell you about, but also as a traditional Chinese medicine and as a cereal grain. This particular variety is generally used ornamentally and for its hard seed coats, which can be used as beads. There are other varieties which have a softer seed coat and are used as a cereal grain. So eventually this plant was introduced to North America, and it was used by indigenous tribes in the same way as a cereal grain and for its hard seed coats, which have this ornamental value. In proper growing conditions, this plant can grow up to 4 to 6 feet tall. It was tucked away back here, so it didn't get to its true height, but this gives a great height and texture to the garden. As you can see, if we want to get a little closer, this is actually the seed coat, and inside is that seed, which is going to be what would be used as a grain. And it starts out green and shiny, and eventually it starts darkening to this brown, almost purple or black color. When they pop off or readily released from the plant is when they're ready to harvest. And some of them pop right off into the ground. Those ones, they could self-seed and potentially germinate next year, so we'll see. That would be fun. There are some people that wait until the beads completely, or the seed coats rather, completely dry on the plant and turn gray. But I like to come out here and pick them as they turn black before they fall in the ground. I think it's a really special and meaningful process, especially thinking about all the historic uses of it and all of the people that have used it in the past and have gone throughout the same process of picking each individual seed coat and bringing it in to either husk for cereal grain or use in an ornamental way. As I was saying before, it's really meaningful to think about all the people in the past who have done this. It's nice to come out here in the morning when the sun first starts shining and it's quiet. Just a little time to think, a little time to pick some beets. So I was going to show you now something that you can do with these. It's really fun, which is turn it into jewelry. As I said before, there's a lot of cultural significance to these, and they traditionally were used as rosary beads. And I think you'll see why when you see some more of the dried ones. They are just so beautiful. They're like little pearls of the garden. So come check it out. Here you can see kind of the contrast between the freshly picked ones and the ones that have been completely dried. They do dry to a more gray or cream color. And if you look really close, this is what makes these really special, is they have this natural hole that already runs through the center, which makes it just perfect to string. The first thing that I would do is I would take my completely dried Job's tears, which they don't take very long to dry. These will dry in a few hours. I just put a needle or a safety pin right up the center, like that, to make sure the hole is ready. Sometimes a little grass piece will come out of the top that you just have to remove. And then I like to use a needle threader and some cord. And another really meditative process is just stringing these on a cord. It gives you time to think about all the people who have done this before us. And with a little patience, you can end up with something like this. All the beads have a really unique and individual, not only teardrop shape, but also pattern on them, which I think just makes it really special.